just 2 races to go. So much anticipation. CARIFTA out of the schedule. 2020, 2021 lands back on earth in Jamaica. And everyone I've spoken to, Maurice.
Champion Safia Hines leading off the Jamaicans. Turks and Caicos on the inside. Set. Final girls event of CARIFTA 49 here in Kingston, Jamaica, the 4x400. Very good start for the British Virgin Islands. They have Krista Aristide on the opening leg. Outstanding competitor Aristide, a 400 silver medalist at the under-17 level in 2019. But the Jamaican Safia Hines comes right up to her, the 400 hurdles champion, and they go to battle.
Has been in great form this season. Hines comes past the BVI and heads into the straight through the lead. A fight back for Aristide in the blue and the red.
The British Virgin Islands athlete, Krista Aristide, responds and powers away from Safia Hines and gives the Bermudans the lead. And gives the British Virgin Islands the lead, sorry. Jamaica in second position. The rest left well back. Bermuda down the back stretch they go.
Anika Mackenough chasing for Jamaica, and the BVI put the pedal to the metal here on the second leg.
BVI and Jamaica. The Jamaicans with Mackenough under pressure though. This is a strong leg for the BVI, but Mackenough edges ahead for the Jamaicans and moves further away in the closing stages. The Jamaicans have Shaquille Green, 400 hurdles medalist on this leg.
Mackenough 52.4 pulled Jamaica's fat out of the fire with a determined second leg.
Green pumping down the backstretch. British Virgin Islands back in second position. No Kalia Kelly, the 400 champion for the Jamaicans, remember. And so they have an 800 runner on the anchor leg. But it's a big lead that she will have. And it will take something special to catch her. Shaquille Green produces a fine penultimate leg in the under-20 girls 4x4. And now Roshana Dwyer has the baton. She gets a chance to leave CARIFTA in a blaze of relay glory.
55.6 for Green on the third leg. Dwyer comfortable on the backstretch.
A little bit of redemption, you can say, Hubert, trying to get this goal, trying to get this medal because one was denied her earlier.
Roshana Dwyer for Jamaica. British Virgin Islands well beaten now. They're way back in second position. Bermuda, I think, in third. Dwyer turns for home. Glances back. But she's well clear. Roshana Dwyer closes her CARIFTA career in relay glory. A golden moment, 3:31.85 on the clock.
3:36.9,
yeah,
54
way.
flat for Roshana Dwyer to close out her CARIFTA campaign.
No way that was 3:31. Clock stopped early. There is confirmation. The Jamaicans strike gold. 7 out of 7 in the relays for the black, green and gold. The Bahamians coming across the line now. Dwyer anchors Jamaica to gold. 3:36.81 the official time. Another look at it. Safia Hines leading off for the Jamaicans. Aristide leading off for the British Virgin Islands. And the flat 400 runner gave it to the Jamaican 400 hurdler.
She's been so good at 404 hurdles this season. Rescued her team with a sensible, solid and swift second leg. And Green did the business on the third leg. 55.6 to provide a cushion not needed for Roshana Dwyer.
Then fitting for Dwyer to end her CARIFTA career with a gold medal.
If you get appointed coach of Jamaica's World Junior team to Cali, Colombia, this is a useful 4x4 option, the speedy 800 star Roshana Dwyer.
7 out of 7 in the relays for the Jamaicans. 1 to come. .336.81 for Jamaica. British Virgin Islands second. 345.67. Bermuda bronze. 348.69. Bahamas 405.99 in fourth. Turks and Caicos 420.51, finishing in fifth. Is the record for the 4x400 for under 17 girls. There's the lineup. Bermuda, Bahamas, Jamaica and Martinique. British Virgin Islands not starting.
Set.
Off they go for the 4x400 for under 17 girls. Bermuda, Jamaica, Martinique, the Bahamas. The Jamaicans going on fast with Sabrina Dockery, a brilliant 400 runner, although she only contested the 200 meters here. She had full started at the Jamaican CARIFTA trials, got redemption over 200, and here she is running a storming opening leg with the Bahamas and Martinique also running well, battling for silver and bronze in the early stages of this 4x4. This is a devastating opening leg by the Jamaican Sabrina Dockery. Terrific opening leg.
Strong opening leg by Dockery. The lead is commanding already after one leg, and Jamaica will cut over on the backstretch with a 30-meter lead.
Kwana Walker, bronze medal in the 400 under 17 girls, and she has the lead for the Jamaicans. It is a massive advantage here. Bahamas comfortably in second position. Looks like Bermuda now in third, ahead of Martinique. Kwana Walker leading for the Jamaicans. The change is made.
Walker 55.6 on my clock for the second leg. She stays on the track. Bahamian step by her. Jamaica now further out now, 25 meters in front.
Jamaica large and in charge of the 4x400. This is about a 100-meter lead for the Jamaicans. Bahamas in second position. Mighty battle for the bronze medal between Martinique and Bermuda. Jamaica has the 400 champion on the anchor leg, Abigail Campbell. Bahamas in second position. Bermuda in third, ahead of Martinique in fourth.
A commanding lead by the Jamaican team. The 400 champion, safe pair of hands with the baton. That's Campbell wiring up the back straightaway with 200 to go.
Jamaica in front by at least 110 meters, Ricardo.
She has a personal best of 53.75 over the flat 400 meters. Was disappointed that she didn't better that in the individual 400, but now she is racing to gold for Jamaica. Swept the 4x1s last night, Jamaica, and they start with a fabulous victory in the 4x4s tonight.
Mobbed by her teammates.
Battle will be strong for bronze. They need to be careful because the other teams will come rushing in anymore. Corner Walker on the second leg, Deandra Harris, the 400 hurdler, on the third leg with Abigail Campbell on anchor, 3:43.59. Bermuda silver, 4:03.23. Bahamas bronze, 4:04.11. Martinique in fourth, 4:05.83. The British Virgin Islands did not start. The 4x400 final for under 17 boys, record 3 minutes 12.07. There's the lineup. Not all the teams have turned up. St. Vincent and the Grenadines there. Martinique, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, British Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos Islands, and St. Kitts and Nevis. This final
set
4x400 on the 17 boys. 6 teams going in this final. Wallace out well for Jamaica. Kyle Williams down the backstretch for Trinidad and Tobago. St. Kitts and Nevis running blind on the far outside in lane 8 and doing so fast as well. Zachary Wallace for Jamaica. Munnings for the Bahamas. Kyle Williams for Trinidad and Tobago. The Kittian trying to hold strong on the outside. Munnings running a fine opening leg for the Bahamas. The Jamaican Wallace is there as well. They come to the first change. It's Jamaica just ahead of the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Wallace 49.5 for the first leg. Jamaica have a clear lead.
Bahamas trying to go with them.
800 champion Ainsley Brown wiring on the backstretch.
The Bahamians in second spot. Del Peche or St. Kitts and Nevis coming back into third. Brilliant leg for St. Kitts and Nevis. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago with a brilliant second leg. St. Vincent and the Grenadines third. The Bahamians are struggling.
Brown tied down the stretch after winning 800 meters, 50.7.
Jamaica in front. Trinidad and Tobago right there with them. Princewell Martin, the 400 hurdles champion, running this penultimate leg for the Jamaicans. But he's under pressure from the Trinidadian. Trinidad and Tobago with the advantage. Jamaica in second position. Martin fights back down the stretch for Jamaica. Oh, this is a fabulous battle in the under 17 boys 4x4. The 400 champion, Marcinia Rose, has the baton for the Jamaicans.
48.9 for Martin, had to zigzag back to the inside because Jamaica was in the lead at the cutoff point.
Kane Morris, the 400 bronze medalist, with the baton for Trinidad and Tobago. So the gold and bronze medalists in the flat 400 battling for 4x4 gold. The Bahamians are coming back into medal contention ahead of St. Kitts and Nevis in fourth. Ahead of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in fourth. St. Kitts and Nevis in fifth. Marcinia Rose anchors Jamaica to under 17 4x4 gold. Kane Morris bronze in the 400, silver.
47.9 to close out. 3:17.
2 gold medals for Ainsley Brown on the day. Coming into the 4x4 team, the Bahamians right up there early, challenging the Jamaicans on this second leg. But they lost ground, couldn't maintain it, and they required a stunning anchor, the Bahamians, from Zion Miller to get the bronze medal. Marcinia Rose on anchor for the Jamaicans. Kane Morris on anchor for Trinidad and Tobago, but the 400 champion, the 200 bronze medalist, anchoring his country to 4x400 gold.
Cool, calm demeanor of Marcinia Rose, just what you need on the anchor leg when the opponent is pressing, and he closes out a win for Jamaica at 3:17.85.
3:18.89 for Trinidad and Tobago, 3:21.35 for the Bahamas. St. Kitts and Nevis coming through into fourth spot at 3:23.92. St. Vincent and the Grenadines fifth, 3:23.97, and Martinique sixth, 3:37.30. 2 races to go.
Are we expecting a battle to the end, or is it going to be a clear victory for anyone?
There's the lineup: St. Kitts and Nevis, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Jamaica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The other races at 4x4, runaways, girls under 20 race, had to be rescued by the Hydel captain Mackenough on the second leg, but I think this race is closer. The quality of Jamaica, Roshan Clark, 4 hurdle day when he leaves high school.
Set. Final race of the 49th CARIFTA Games, the under 20 boys 4x400 final. St. Kitts and Nevis, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Jamaica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Shamar Palmer has gone out well for the Jamaicans. Paris of Barbados trying to keep pace. So too Ronaldo Moore of Trinidad and Tobago. St. Vincent and the Grenadines have gone well on the opening leg as well. The Bahamians coming forward. Palmer leads for Jamaica. 3 teams tightly bunched behind him, but the Jamaicans take a comfortable lead at the first leg ahead of Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados.
Great lead-off leg by Palmer, accelerated down the straightaway, made the pass when he was flying at top speed.
Roshan Clark on this second leg for Jamaica, the 400 hurdles champion, eases ahead of the Trinidadians. Barbados in third, St. Vincent and the Grenadines in fourth, the Bahamians well back in fifth position. Roshan Clark pouring it on for the Jamaicans. He transitions down the stretch with a 10-meter advantage. Trinidad and Tobago trying to close down the stretch. Barbados back in third position. St. Vincent and the Grenadines in fourth. The change is made. The Jamaican lead narrowed.
Clark, second leg solid. Level, the 200 champion, sauntering around the bottom curve, has to press some gas. Trinidad and Tobago gone past him.
Level put under pressure. The Trinidadians now with the advantage. Barbados right there as well. Trinidad and Tobago ahead of Jamaica. Barbados in third. Is that where the medals will go? Brian Level eases ahead for the Jamaicans. Oh, look at that. Here's the final change. Delana Kennedy has the baton.
47.8 for Level, Jamaica in the lead now.
Far from over. This This is a terrific 4x4 race. The Trinidadians putting the Jamaicans under pressure, trying to deny the home team a clean sweep of the relays.
You called it, Hubert. You said it was going to be close, and it's coming down to the wire. 150 meters to go now.
Looks like Cyril Sumner on the anchor leg for Trinidad and Tobago. Delano Kennedy for Jamaica. Sumner of Trinidad and Tobago on the outside. Kennedy of Jamaica on the inside. The Jamaican finds the extra gear needed and opens up 3, 4, 5, 6 meters. Jamaica wins the 4x4 for under 20 boys. Sweeps the 8 relays at the CARIFTA Games in 2022 and bring the curtain down on CARIFTA 49 in sensational fashion. Easily the best race of the relays, but the Jamaicans not to be denied. Trinidad and Tobago gave it all they had. They were brilliant as well, but in the final analysis, it's the black, green and gold that reigns supreme at 3:08.94.
Kennedy had to step down the stretch to shake off the TNT team. 3:09.67 for second. 46.8 for the 400 champion. Delano Kennedy on the right side of your screen a while ago to ice a sweep of all 8 relays. Barbados third across the line, 3:10.71. TNT World Champions in 2017, and this team Jamaica, Ryan Level, Roshan Clark, Shamar Palmer and Delano Kennedy, gold in the 4x4. Kennedy anchors in style.
Cyril Sumner, a 48.02 man, put Kennedy under pressure on that anchor leg.
Second look, Palmer around the curve, began to open up as he got into the straightaway. He flies into the exchange zone. That pass nice to Roshan Clark. Mini drive phase from the 400-meter hurdler. Anchors a sub-40 high school 4x1 team. He opened up some space, but the Trinidad and Tobago team, Dion Lendor, in their history, fights back, closes the gap. Level easing down at the change, and Kennedy, with a one-step lead, took up on the anchor leg.
The Trinidadians have the current world indoor champion in the 400 meters, Jareem Richards. And here is Cyril Sumner challenging all the way, but Delano Kennedy, the 400 champion, able to shrug off that challenge and give Jamaica a fitting finish to a dominant CARIFTA Games once again.
Ricardo knew this one would be close, but imagine that it would be the teams with 2 400 finalists who create the rivalry, but no, TNT showing their tremendous class.
3:08.94 for Jamaica, 3:09.67 for Trinidad and Tobago in second. Barbados taking bronze at 3:10.71. Bahamas in fourth, 3:14.56. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 3:16.14 in fifth. And St. Kitts and Nevis, 3:24.03 in sixth position. Daniel Dowie.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Now once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's episode we are going to look at this video whereby it is a summary, and a summary of the CARIFTA 2022 relays, and I did a compilation of videos from the 4x100 meter relays and the 4x400 meters relays, both the boys and the girls. Now what I noted is that during these CARIFTA 2022 season, Jamaica displayed a high level of dominance in this category. Now what I'm talking about is that when you look at the girls under 20 in the category of 4x100 relays, you'll understand that Jamaica won the race by running a time of 42.58, which was the world under 20 record. Now they had some of the most familiar names like Tina Clayton, Brianna Liston, Tia Clayton and Serena Cole. Now the teams were, we also had Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago. Of course we've seen TT give us some of the best performances in the Caribbean, sending out a warning or rather message to the entire region. Now, when we come to the boys under 20, you will understand that Jamaica also won, running a time over 39.15, which was the championship record. Now, back to the girls under 17, also Jamaica won, running a time over 45.38, which was world leading time. We had also the Bahamas taking the second position and Trinidad and Tobago taking the third position. And in the category over the boys under 17, as usual, Jamaica also took the lead, running a time over 41.74, and Trinidad and Tobago in the second position, and Cayman Islands taking the third position. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica didn't just win, they dominated every category. Now, when we head straight to the 4x400 meter relays, of course, you know this really requires endurance and team effort. Once again, Jamaica did a clean sweep in all the 4x400 titles. Now, in the girls under 20, Jamaica took the lead, running a time of 3.36.81, which was strong, controlled race with depth all across the legs. The boys under 20, as usual, Jamaica took home gold. We had Trinidad and Tobago in the second position, which, of course, TT did push Jamaica to their maximum. And when you combine the girls under 17 and the boys under 17, you'll understand that Jamaica won both the races convincingly. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4x400 meter relays, they showed depth, stamina and tactical brilliance. It wasn't just about speed. This, ladies and gentlemen, was not just another relay meet. This was a statement to the world that the Caribbean sprint machine, led by the mighty Jamaica, this beautiful island in the Caribbean, is still unstoppable. From world records, clean sweeps, CARIFTA 2022 delivered one of the most dominant relay performances we have ever seen. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Tyrell Reactions. Remember, if you're watching my videos for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe and also comment. To my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, I have to say thank you so much for the love and support. So until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.